Exciting news from the Sorcery team with the announcement of Organized Play. But what is Organized Play and when is it going to happen? And let's not also forget the 2 spoiled cards from Gothic. So let's get into it.
The Sorcery team recently announced their plans for the Organized Play for the community. It was in an announcement featuring Jesse and Chase. They acknowledged that the community probably needs something to look forward to and wanted to make sure that we have a couple of really awesome highlight events where everybody can join together and play some sorcery. So there's going to be 3 types of events going forward. There's going to be the Cornerstone events, the Crossroads events, and also the big one, the Avatar of the Realm. And we're going to dive into each and every one of those right now.
We will be diving into all 3 events, where they will be hosted, what the price will be, and what to expect. But before we go into that, we would like to hear from you. Are you excited about the new Organized Play, and where do you hope that these events are going to be firing from? Let us know about countries, specific cities, and even specific LGSs. Write your comments down below.
The first kind of event we're going to be talking about is the Cornerstone event. And this is probably named for being like the foundational type of event, and it will be going off at your local game store. So this is an event that's meant to gather up the local community and get all the sorcery players together for a great time celebrating sorcery. And another really cool thing about these events is that you will get double the usual amount of dust when you're actually playing and participating in this type of event.
The Cornerstone events will focus on constructed play with Swiss rounds and a cutoff between the top 4 and top 8 depending on the number of players. In regards to prizes, all players will get a participation prize, which is a Dispel card with art by Margaret Organ-Keen. And very keen viewers out there might recognize the art on the Dispel for the Counterspell card on the sample cards that was released very early stages of sorcery. Beyond the participation cards, there will also be prizes for the winner and some prizes to be raffled out randomly between players that participate in the event. And lastly, the top card will of course be getting the Dispel card, but this time in foil. So that is a very great prize for going that far in the event.
And let's not forget that the champion will also go home with a really cool playmat and an undisclosed champion prize. It might be a new version of the champion card, it might be something else, it hasn't been released yet, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome. And as something new, we're going to be seeing that the judges who are participating at these events, spending a lot of time and not getting to play themselves, are actually going to be able to get a little prize for themselves as well. For this time around with Gothic, they're going to be able to get a new card with an alternate art, and it's going to be the Day of Judgment. This card looks really cool, and in case you didn't notice, it is actually also a spoiler from Gothic. We will be talking about both spoilers from Gothic a bit later on in the video.
If you out there are an LGS owner, do be aware that you need to apply for the Cornerstone kit before the 30th of April if you want to be eligible for the first round of the Cornerstone kits. And if this sounds like something for you, check out the link down in the description. And if you are chosen to be one of the Cornerstone LGSs, your players will be happy to celebrate the first round of the Cornerstone events.
A really cool thing coming up with the Cornerstone events is that there's going to be a couple of promo cards that are specifically for some of our community champions. I'm sure everybody have somebody we're thinking of when we're thinking of one of the community champions. They are pulling their weight, they're making sure the community has places to play, or they're trying to get everybody together to play for a certain day of the month. If you have a community champion, you will be happy to know that there are in fact 3 promo cards that you can get a hold of. These 3 cards are all the same, but there will be 3 per event of these Cornerstone events. It is going to be a new card. This is also a spoiler card from Gothic, and it is Swap. This looks really cool, and we'll be talking about the cards a bit later, but I'm really extremely happy and surprised to see that they are actually including something just for the community, because there are a lot of people pulling a lot of weight out there, and it's awesome to see them recognized by the company and the team. If you're getting any value out of this video, please do remember to hit the like button and also consider becoming a subscriber. Thank you.
The next step in terms of events is going to be the Crossroads event, and this event is going to be a larger scale than the ones hosted at the LGSs. Right now only one Crossroads event has been announced, and that is going to take place at Gen Con. So if this is any indication of the size of the Cornerstone events, they are going to be quite massive. The event is going to have a little more oomph in terms of prices, and this is of course going to attract players traveling from further away. Another incentive to participate in a Crossroad event is of course going to be the amount of dust that you're getting for participation, because you're going to get 4 times the amount of dust for participating in the Crossroad event that you would do for a normal tournament of the same size. And lastly, the Crossroad events are going to have a different mix between formats, so you're going to see both constructed play and draft play.
In terms of participation prizes, they're still going to be giving out participation prizes to everyone who's in the event. And it's pretty cool. We're going to see Atlas Thorn, who has been a really amazing ultra artist for Sorcery, actually join the Sorcery team of artists. He's going to have 3 different versions of alternate art for the towers. And you will get one of these when you participate in a Crossroad event. I think that's really cool, and I'm happy to see him joining the roster of artists. But that is not all. When you participate in a Cornerstone event, and if you're lucky enough to make it to the top 4, there's going to be an amazing new type of prize. They are going to be giving away some avatars, but this is not any old avatar. It is going to be an avatar with an all-new foil treatment. That is really exciting to see, and I really enjoyed the idea of maybe experimenting a bit with foil treatments, but only on some of the more exclusive promos, because I kind of do hope that they're sticking to the beautiful original foil in terms of what comes out of the boxes. But this is really cool, and I think they're doing a lot of stuff to make sure to incentivize players to come to some of these bigger events, and I'm very excited to join one as soon as possible.
And the last event for the organized play is going to be the Avatar of the Realm event. And that is going to be a massive and huge event. It's going to be very much like the World Championship of Sorcery. The first Avatar of the Realm is going to be scheduled to be kicking off after the season 1, and it's going to be in 2026. There's still not a lot of information about this first Avatar of the Realm event. It's going to be a huge event, and it's going to feature both Sorcery team members, artists, and it might also span multiple days. But still, not much is known as of this point. The dust participation reward for an Avatar of the Realm event is going to be 8 times the number of normal dust points that you would get for participating in a tournament. And beyond this, you're also going to see great prizes such as original artworks and uncut sheets. So there's a lot of things to look forward to in terms of pricing.
So, we were going to talk just a little bit about the 2 spoiler cards that we were also introduced to with this new announcement of organized play. There was Swap, and there was also Day of Judgment. Swap is a new exceptional magic and is going to be featured in Gothic. And there is this really cool and also a bit chaotic artwork by Drew Tucker. And you're going to be able to swap either an artifact or a minion between 2 different locations.
Day of Judgment is a big spell. It's a 7 mana, 3 fire threshold unique magic. And it's going to be a big boom. It's shaped like a cross on the grid, and it does 7 in the center and then 3 damage all around. And it also banishes all evil and damages minions on the target locations. So we don't know what evil is right now, but it looks like to be a keyword because it is in a capital E.
And one could perhaps suspect we might have like a overall category for like demons, undead, zombies, something like it. But it's going to be very interesting. There's also going to be like a component keyword that matches with the good guys. So good or the honest or anything like that. It's going to be very interesting to see what that corresponds to. So we wanted to bring together a few points from this new announcement about organized play for Sorcery. It's great to see that they're really focused on not just making sure that these are awesome competitive events, but there's also this sort of community vibe to it, that they're bringing artists into it, that they're in their articles are describing that people should definitely come out to just play and have a good time as well. So there's not just this really hardcore, spiky, competitive vibe, but also focused on keeping this awesome community together and having a space that everybody can join. And this is further enhanced by the fact that all of these are just like you can show up and participate. There's not a qualifier, and maybe that's something they might have to do later on if a lot of people want to come and participate. But for now, it's free for all to just go there and sign up for events and go compete and have a great time with Sorcery.
I could definitely see that they down the road might need to have some sort of qualifier because there's a lot of great prizes. And of course, the multiplication on dust rewards is a great thing. And that's also going to be a great incentive for players to join these events. And as more dust rewards are coming into the dust store, it's just going to be even cooler to get all that glorious, glorious dust. It's also very cool that a lot of the pricing are going to be raffled out between players, because that means that players like me that are not going to be that great in a tournament are also going to have a great chance of getting something with them back home. And of course, you're also going to get the participation card. And that is a great feature, because participation cards are kind of cool. They form memories, they form bonds, and they show that you have been to different events.
One thing we are really interested in knowing, because we are in Europe, we know that the first of these Crossroads events is going to kick off at Gen Con 2025. But dare we hope, could we perhaps hope that there might also be a Crossroads in 2025 in Europe? That would be really cool and really awesome to see. We had the entire Sorcery team come out and join us, or almost the entire team, at Spiel Essen. And could we perhaps get another event like it at Spiel again? We have our fingers crossed to see them back in Europe with a Crossroads event in 2025.
It's great to see that Eric Schiosa is gearing up towards competitive play, because Sorcery started out as a kitchen table game, and I think the kitchen table vibe is still very much alive in Sorcery, but now the venue is also open for organized play, and it's also very great to see that they are kicking off with some great prizes for participating in tournaments.
And there is also going to be a lot of new cool promos hanging around, because you're getting this judge promo, there's going to be the community champion promo, and if you are a fan and a collector of promos, you should definitely check out this video right up here to find out about all the dust promos, but also some of the most desirable promo cards in all of Sorcery.
And if I know Sophie right now there's a big box overlapping my face, but still, thank you for watching this video, and thank you for our great YouTube channel members and our Patreon members for supporting the Cardboard Guide. You guys are the coolest.
We will be seeing you in the next video. Bye guys.